Hey, how's it going, V? Hey, from what I've known of you for the last couple of months and what you've said, you're kind of pessimistic, and it could be basically from the things you've experienced growing up. Um, uh, you're very analytical in your mindset, and again, it could be from a combination of things. Your job, uh, things that have happened in your life. So you get into this kind of, you got to dig deep to find out why things happen, and sometimes that's good and sometimes it's bad. But when it comes to trading, you don't need to know why things happen. You just not have to know that they happen. Um, I'm a pattern trader, and I don't mean trading rectangles and triangles and wedges. I'm talking about patterns that happen every day, repetitive. For my days as an athlete, uh, you want to be able to exploit your opponent's weakness, okay? Which is a pattern. So if I was, when I was, the reason why I was able to play so long in football is, yeah, I knew I was not the fastest guy in the field at 37 years old, okay? I know I wasn't the strongest or the biggest. But one thing I knew that I can catch the ball if it's thrown my way, and I'll catch everything. I'm like, Edelman that way from the Patriots. You know, uh, so when I would play, the guy who was my opponent, I go out and I'd only run at 3/4 speed uh, to see how he's going to, challenge me. And basically, the pattern was basically throughout the league was that I'm an old guy. I'm not too fast. You don't have to keep too much attention on me. And there was the pattern, and I exploited that. So after a couple of plays of him thinking that this is no brainer, he'll keep an eye on the quarterback. Then I go out, and then I all of a sudden peel off a move, and for the rest of the game, all I hear from behind me is, "Oh shit, he got away again." Uh, Believe it or not, I led the league at 39 years old in receptions. It's pretty amazing as I think about that. But enough of all that stuff. I want you to picture the market as an ocean, okay? And in an ocean, we have ebb and flow. So when the tide is coming in, and then the tide goes out. So picture this as an ocean like that has waves coming in, and then they have waves going out. Wouldn't that be the ideal scenario for a surfer, where he can surf in toward shore and then he could surf out toward it? It would be paddling, right? So that's what the market is. It could you can wave. It moves in waves. So you don't have to know why it moves in waves. The fact is, it does move in waves. Here, I'll just pull up a chart here. This is waving. It's waving. If I put it on a line chart, maybe you'll even see it even clearer. What do you see? Oops. First, I got to make that a different color so you can see. So graphic. Um, there we go. Make that white. Okay. There we go. So waves, ripples. Nothing moves straight up and down, right? It's always waving. So if it's always waving, accept that. You don't have to know why. Okay? You don't have to know why it's waving. The fact is, it is waving. So if it's waving, you want to look for patterns so you can get on the wave. In other words, a surfer goes out where the water's kind of flat and he waits until the waves start coming. So he's patient because when it's not waving, it's sideways market, right? And when it does wave, he wants to let the first one go and he wants to jump in on the second one. So let me just show you this pattern here. It's a 1, 2, 3 pattern, and it's very easy to recognize. So here we got the market making higher high and a higher low. Each one of these is a correction off of the high. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. And then it makes another higher low. but it doesn't make another higher high. So that means there's a potential that the waves are going to go the other way. And we'll know that when it takes out this last lower high. Boom. We're then going to try and exploit that by coming back and taking this out. Not taking this out, but coming back to this area to test it, and then from there, down it goes. And sometimes it'll do this. It'll make a higher high and a higher low and a higher high and a higher low, and just nips out the last high, and then from there, without any pullback or anything, takes out this swing. This is what I call. This is what's been coined by this guy in the '80s called Trader Vic as a 2B formation. I call it a 2B for a better lack of name. Maybe I should call it a 1-2-3 X, because this is a 1-2-3. And this would be a 1-2-3 X, would mean it broke in 1-2-3. So once it takes out this last lower high, I'm looking for a pullback right over here at this candle that made the 2B. Now the third thing that happens is it makes a higher high and a higher low, and it does this formation, but it doesn't take out the 2, but then forms a 1-2-3 like this. I call this hat. Everybody else calls this a head and shoulders. There's the left shoulder, there's the head, and there's the right shoulder. So you want to break this point right over there, and then come back to the 3-point for the test. And that's how you get in. So that's the pattern I'm looking to exploit every day. So let's look. This is a 30-second chart. I'm going to show you all of November and some of February, just for lack of time. I'm going to show you two ways to get in, and most of these are going to be just 1-2-3s. You don't have to think about the 2Bs or 3Xs, whatever you want to call it. There's going to be either a 1-2-3 is either going to be found at the bottom of at the end of a trend up here or up here. Like here's a 1-2-3 up here, and here would be a one. I'll show you that later. 1-2-3 up here, or you're getting into a 1-2-3 to get back into the trend. So in other words, this first one here makes a lower low, a lower high. Let me open up the chart so you can see it even better, and I'll use the pointer. Okay, so we made a lower low and a lower high and a lower low. Oh no, a lower low, a lower high, but not a lower low and not a higher high. So you got a 1, a 2, and a 3 back into the overall trend. And it comes all the way down to here. Right over here is where the 3-point is of this 1, 2, 3. Wherever you want to put it on the body. In this particular case, the body is a doji, it's a close, so you're getting in at 205, and all you're looking to get is 12 ticks. Right down there it goes down 15 ticks. Okay, now this is when the market was starting to get volatile. So let's say, for argument's sake, let me get an example here. Okay, let's say on here you got a 1, a 2, and a 3. Okay, so there's the 3 candle, and if you look at up here, this candle is 20 points. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut it in half and do 10, and you can go 10 from the top or the bottom, and it's 23. Since your stop is either going to be 10 or 11, basically it's going to be, what was it, 23, which would be right over here. You wouldn't have gotten filled, but that's, you get the point. And if they're just too big and it's more than your stop, you let the trade go. You just be patient. But this would have been win number 1. This is November 1st. Okay, so now we're going to go to, what's the next day? The next day will be Friday the 2nd. Okay. Okay. So we get this big up move. And it makes a high. So it makes a higher high. And over here is the higher low. But not a higher high. As soon as it takes out point 2, the trend has changed. Okay? So, here's the 3 candle. 1, 2, 3. You put your cursor in there. This one is 12 ticks. So you cut it in half, and you make it 6, from the bottom or the top, either way, it ends up the same number, and it would be 33 is the number, which is right there. Price comes to 33, puts you in the hole 3 ticks, and 20 seconds later, or make that 30 seconds later, you hit your target. Okay, this would have also been a 1, 2, 3. See, you're at the bottom here. This will be getting back into the trend. 1, 2, 3. This candle here was again 12 ticks. So this you'd be entering at 03. So you would either had an order to go long from here or short from here. I don't know if it ever. And look at this. 03 was right there. You would have gotten triggered. It almost put you in a whole 9, but you would have had another win. But I just want to show you. All you need is the 1, and you'd be done. Okay. So there's another day. Still no Wednesdays. Leave Wednesday alone. Don't trade Wednesdays. Okay. So this is all inside this bar, so it's really nothing. We made a higher high. I'm not even going to show you the pullbacks because you pretty much can understand the pullbacks. Okay, we come up to the top of the market, as I said. There's a higher high, a higher low, but not a higher high. This candle here is only 9 points. You put it on the close of the body, and it's right there at 97. You get filled here, put you in a whole 1 tick, and down for a win. And you'll be done. Every time you enter trade, you'll be done in, remember, this is a 20-second chart. You'll either be done between 20 and 40 seconds. So if you add it up for the whole year, you may be working 2 hours the entire year to make about $60,000 or $70,000 if you were trading like 6 lots. Okay, no Wednesdays. I don't even look at them. Okay. Now, remember I told you about sometimes 2Bs, when they don't get broken, they usually come and form this head and shoulders pattern. So there's a higher high, and a higher low, and then another higher high, and then a higher low, but not a higher high. And you can see the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. It forms this hat formation, like a cowboy hat. So it becomes it only becomes an official 1, 2, 3 once point 2 gets broken, and you see it just trashes down there, and we come right back to that area because that candle is only 5 points. Just put it on the close of the body, and put you in the hole 1 and down again. That was the Thursday. Here's the Friday. Oops. Okay. You got a whole bunch of sideways action over here. So you really don't have a 1, 2, 3. I think this is one of those days I didn't see a 1, 2, 3, but well, you could look at this as a 1, 2, 3 to get back into the trend, because we're trending down, and it's come all the way back up to here, and then forms a 1. So in other words, if you wanted to look at this as a lower low, a lower high, but not a lower low, and then a higher high, I mean, you could have taken that as a 1, 2, 3 to go long. I mean, it's a shallow one, but still viable if you think about it. So you made a lower low, a lower high, and this candle right over here, takes out the low of that candle, which makes it a low, a pullback. So you really have a 1, 2, 3, not the greatest, but it's still 1, 2, 3, and then it breaks. I mean, you could have taken a pullback, that could have given you a win right there. But you're also getting back into the trend. If this was the up and now you're taking this out, and you got a 1, 2, 3 to get back into the trend here, I would have taken this as a pullback, but it can be also a 1, 2, 3 if you look at it. Either way, it would be a winning trade. And I don't see anything else that would have happened in that time frame. Okay, so that was the 9th. Monday the 12th. What happened on Monday? Let me hit the vape for a second. Okay, right out of the box. You get a trend right down to the bottom of the market. So you make a lower low, a lower high, and it does not make a lower low right there, and it blasts out of there. So this candle's only 9 ticks, you put it on the close right there, and boom, got into 67 and goes to 80. There's a win, and you're done. Next day. Where's the? Oh, here we go. Tuesday. Okay. All right. So we trend up here, and we get a higher high, and this was originally the 1, 2, 3, but it only nips it out, so it didn't go anywhere. So this becomes now point 2 instead of that point, and that's point 3, and it clearly takes out both those point 2s right there. Yeah, you can't have a 1, 2, 3 that closes inside the 1, 2, 3. Has to close outside. So here you close. This candle here is 14 points big. Cut it in half, 7. Go up from the bottom to top. Either way, it's the same number. 36 is the number, which is right. 736. I have it on what? Oh, I have it on 36. So you get on 36, puts you in the whole 2 ticks, and down for the win. Next is Wednesday, forget that day. Next is Thursday. I missed it for a second. Thursday. Okay, there we go. Okay. This is a big 1, 2, 3, but nonetheless, it's still a 1, 2, 3. So you made a higher high, and to me, this would have been a 2B break, because what happens is you got this high here, and it takes out this low. So that would be a 2B break. I'd be taking a pull back to there, and I would have gotten 2 trades on this. I would have gotten that trade, which would have taken me down, and then I would have gotten this trade because it took out the low, and that would have been a pullback right in. Now that candle there is 20 points. So you're just going to come down from the top 10, which would be at 78, which is right there, and puts you in the whole 2 ticks, and it goes down 14 ticks. You can see the candles are small, but the prices were big, because this is when the market was, really really tanking. Okay, you already got that part. Let me get that out of the way. I don't need that anymore. Okay. So that was the 15th. Now we go on to the 16th. There we go. Okay. Inside, remember, the first 5 minutes we don't trade. But it doesn't mean that the pattern won't happen in the first 5 minutes. So there's a 1, 2, 3 right there. And then we come down to the bottom of the market, and we get another 1, 2, 3. There's point 1. There's point 2. There's point 3. So we'll be looking for a trade to come back to here, or come over to here. It so happens it comes to there, you get filled and down, and you're done. It's trying to keep you focused on the 1, 2, 3s. I don't think we had anything. Oh, here we go. Yeah, there was one just before the buzzer. This was one to get you back into the trend. Obviously, the trend is down. There were no 1, 2, 3s to go up. There might have been one right here. Let's take a look. What is this here? That's 13, 14, 81. Yeah, if you would have gotten filled there, it went up to 89, you would have still broken even. So I'm only showing you the ones that end up with the positive. So here's one. The trend is ferociously down. I mean, right at this juncture here, it's down 270 ticks. So we want to still look to go short. So it makes a lower low, a lower high, but not a lower low. So there's a potential 1, 2, 3 to go long, but then it doesn't make a higher high either. So lower low, lower high, not a lower low, not a higher high, and we take out the low right over there. And there's the pullback right there to the 3 point. That's 11 ticks. What you want to do, if it's 11, any odd number, like this is 11, you add 1 to make it even. So this way you can divide it in half because there's no, 55.5. So this would make it 12 ticks. So you go up 6 to 81, which would be right. Let me make sure I got it right. 11, 12, yeah, 81. So this is 81, and price goes to 81 anyway, and down to 63, and that would have been a win. This would also have been another 1, 2, 3, and you'd have your entry here. It just never got filled. The conventional way is people they like to take the 1, 2, 3s on the break. I like to take them on the pullback and the test of it. So why is it okay? There we go. All right, so we come down here. It forms this 1, 2, 3, and takes off. This candle here was 15 points wide, so you make it 16. Come up from the bottom 8 because you're cutting 16 in half. That would be 81, which is right there. Puts you in the hole 1 tick, and 20 seconds later, there's the win. See, this is what I call exploiting a pattern. It's something that over and over and over again. If a guy told me that if I walked out of my house at 12:42 every day and turned left and walked 1.3 blocks, there would be a $100 bill on a telephone pole with my name on it. So am I going to change the rules? I'm just going to go do that every day. I'm not going to go with at 11:40. I'm not going to go with 10:30. I'm going to go exactly when the time is, make the left. I'm not going to run because he said walk. I'm going to walk and do that, and I'm going to exploit that pattern. That's what it's about, exploiting a pattern. It's not trying to you don't have to know why the pattern exists. It'd be like saying, this is Thanksgiving, so we don't bother with that day. Okay, so here's this was a 1, 2, 3 to go short, and you get filled, but it only goes down 10 or 9, so you end up breaking even. This is a pull. I just had this here. This is just a basic pullback. You can see, that's just a basic pullback where you want to see the price thrust away from an area. Because I don't know if there was any 1, 2, 3s on this day at all. Well, you had one at the top of mine. You had a 1, a 2, and a 3, but no connection there. And then it just, for literally 20 minutes to the end of the session, it did nothing. Literally, it went from, for whatever reason, it went from 52 to 30, 17 points for 30 minutes. Who knows? Okay, and here's Tuesday. Okay, so we got this 1, 2, 3 right there. And this is the 3 point, and that's a 16 tick candle. Cut it in half. 8. Come up from the bottom. 8, 27. 27 is the number. Puts you in the hole. See, there's no 1, 2, 3 up here. This is not a 1, 2, 3 because you got a 1, and you can't have a 2 point and a 3 point. It's, maybe Joe Ross believes in that. I don't believe in that. I want individual. I want the 3 point to be individual. I want the 2 point to be individual. In other words, I want a V formation. I ain't got nothing there. This is a V formation. You can go like that, and you can go like that. And so there's the 3 point. You get connected and up for a win. There was a second one. I was trying. If you miss, if one day you don't get one, try to go for 2 the next day, and it so happens you got it here. So here's a 0.1 at the top of the market. A 0.2 is right there, and there's your 0.3, and that candle is 11, makes it 12. Take half of 6. 64 is the number right there. It breaks the 2 point. It comes back. You get filled. You got your 2 wins. You're right on course for one a day. If you get Wednesday, here's Thursday. Okay, oops. Thursday. Okay. So what do we got here? No 1, 2. You get a 1, you get a 2, and you get a 3 over here, and then it breaks and takes the point 2, and you get filled over here. Oh, first let me tell you what this candle is. That candle is 10 points. You come up to bottom 5, puts you in a nice number, 0, 0. You go from 0, 0 up to 15, and there's a win. And the last day of November. Here we go. What happened on the last day of November? Well, we got. I mean, even though this is a 1, 2, 3, it's not a 1, 2, 3 into anything. Even if you did this guy here, let's see, you're getting in at 13, goes down 6, so you'd end up breaking even. A whole bunch of sticks over here. I probably would have gotten in over here to go long, because that's a 2B, but nothing. There doesn't seem to be anything on this day except sticks. I don't know what November 30th is, but it was a lousy day. No 1, 2, 3 breaks or anything. So that day was nothing. So I probably would go for 2 the next day, which would be Monday. Okay, let's see if there was anything on Monday. Oh, here we go. You got a ferocious downtrend. You're looking. Maybe you have a 1, 2, 3 here to get back into the trend, but nothing breaks. I mean, this just pierces it. I wouldn't have bothered with that, but this is at the bottom of the trend right here, where you get a 1, 2, 3 and a clear break, and up for a win. And that would end the session. So you didn't get your 2 in a row. Let's see if I can get the other one on Tuesday. Oh, here we go. Here's Tuesday. So the beginning part here is we start trending down, making lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, but not a lower low. So this over here is the 3 point. And now we finally take out the 3 point. And we finally come back to it at 10 o'clock. And this candle was 13. You make it 14. That means 50 is the number. 50 is right there. Puts you in the whole 1 tick. Puts you up 11. Doesn't take you out because your stop is at 51. Still doesn't take you out. And then finally, so that trade you had to... let's see, 10, 20. That one you had to hang around for 1 minute and 40 seconds. Long day for you. And then, we're back at the bottom of the market again. You got a 1, you got a 2, you got a 3, and a break. And there's the pullback there, and up for a win. See, now you got your double, you're back in business. And did I do anything else, or did I go... I think I went to February right now. Yeah, I went into February because I just want to show you that even in the volatile times, every day is a winner. That's a pattern. That's how you exploit a pattern. Okay, so here's February 1. I had February 1 there for a second. Okay, there we go. I wanted to show you what the 2B looks like. Okay? So, this obviously is the 1, 2, 3. And here's a higher high and a higher low, because that candle took out that candle. And then this one just takes out the point 1 over there. So this was a 1, 2, 3 setting up until this candle right here. And when this action then comes straight down and takes out point 2 without any pullback, In other words, there's no head and shoulders here. In fact, I took this trade the other day. Uh, this candle right here is only 8 pips, so I put it right on the bottom of the body, in particular this candle. I get filled here, puts me in the hole one tick and then down. So that would be the first. That was a 2B. I don't know if I saw any 1, 2. I didn't even see this one. I was just looking at that one. Let me see something here. So you got a 1, you got a 2, you got a 3. That's only 6 ticks. So right over here, I'm in at 6. Oh, it goes up 7 ticks, so I break even in there. That's why I didn't put anything in there. Then we just got sideways action. And another one of those days was just sideways action till to the end of the session. So you try to get 2 on Monday. That was December 1st, okay. There we go. Okie dokie. So we had this 1, 2, 3 over here. You got a 1, you got a 2, you got a 3. I don't know if I take this because you're closing right at the high. I mean, if you took it, let's see what happened. You would have gone into 65 because the thing is only 9 ticks, so you put it right on the top here. You're getting in at 65. It goes up 6, so you would have broken even anyway. So, okay, well, you got this 1, you got this 2, and you got this 3, and it breaks. Right up here would have been an entry. It just didn't fill. That's the way it is. So now we've taken out this area over here. We're making a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, but not a higher high. And we get a thrust down off of 1, 2, 3, pull back, bingo. And that would have been the end of the session. So now we go to Tuesday. Okay, I'm still looking to catch that extra 2. All right, so what do we got here? So price comes down and forms this 1, 2, 3 down here. Big rejection. And this candle here it's only 9 points. You put it right on there. And you got this 1, 2, 3. It shoots up. And this is not well, this would be a 1, 2, 3 also, but this gets connected first. And 1 candle later, you're at your target. Did I put on another one that day? Oh, yep. So we start making lower lows, lower highs, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, not a lower low. And then it shoots out of there. So there's your 1, 2, 3. Anytime you got a candle like this, you can put it in the area where it's the lowest body. So you can put it here. It's only a tick difference. So you try to get in a tick better. And let's see, 90. It only went up 5, so you got to move your stop when it gets up 6. So don't make a difference. That one takes you into the profit and all the way to the bank. So you got your 2. Now you're back on track again. All right. Next one is Thursday. Here we go. Thursday. So inside this area, there is a 1, 2, 3, and it breaks, and we're trading out over here. So this candle over here is 12 points long, which is, cut it in half, 6. So from the bottom you come up 6. 97 is the number, which is right there. Puts you in the hole 4 ticks and down for a win. All that in 20 seconds. Not a whole lot after that. Okay, so we had a 1, 2, 3 appeared. Nothing ever happened. That's like a 2B back into it, but nothing happened there. And But we do have this one, two, three right over here. Reason why this is not the three is because you, you can't have a pullback and have a break at the same time. So in other words, if you were going to have it here, you can't take it out and then come back over here. It's got to be all closed. So once that didn't happen, I just make this a 2 point right now, and this is the three. So this candle here is 13 points. So I make it 14, and then cut it in half, and it's 7. So I come up the bottom 7, makes it 55, which is right there. You get filled 55, puts you in the hole 2, and on the same candle we hit target. That was a 20-second trade. Okay, that was Friday. Go to Monday. Okay, so you got a bunch of sideways, then we thrust down, and we got a simple 1, 2, 3, and a break. Pull back, there's a win. Tuesday now. Tuesday there was absolutely nothing. It trended all the way up. You could have taken a pullback over here, but all the 1, 2, 3s were never regained again, and so that day you got nothing. You look to try to get two on the next day, which would be Thursday. Okay, so you got this 1, 2, 3 to get back into the trend, and then you got this 1, 2, 3 right here. This candle here is 17, so you make it 18. 9, 32 is the number right here. Puts you in the hole 7 and 32 in the next candle target. And you're gonna, this is really not a 1, 2, 3, but I mean it is to get back in. I would have taken it because it's a pullback, but was there any other one in the time span? Actually, well, that would have been a 2 bit. I would have taken that, but forget about that. Okay, and did I stop? I must have stopped. Yeah, I think that's all the things I marked up on the chart. Well, you kind of get the point. So try not to worry about why things work. Just I showed you that they do work. This is a pattern. You can exploit it. If you have any other, if you still don't understand what I was showing you here, let me know and I'll try and clear it up as best I can. All right. Take it easy.